Okay. So I've got like two different bits of notes. Let's just have at it. Okay, so this is week 4 of us kind of like, well, I say us, me coming back from my sabbatical and like joining back up with a team. Week 1, if you guys remember, that was where I discussed like kind of my vision and just the peace that the Lord was giving me over where we are going. And if you remember, it's like a straight line of like linked arms of women, probably not men. In my vision, it's not men, but it's like women of integrity, women of like faith, women who are authentic, who are hardworking, who just have similar visions. Brooke and I were Marco Poloing the other day, and she said just like this movement of like a powerhouse of women. That was the phrase you used, right? Powerhouse of women. So just this linked arm, and then my vision in it is just popping up of jewels, like the rising of jewels, if you remember that. Then the second week was us kind of going into the foundational basics of network marketing. So while the environment has changed, what we're doing foundationally has not changed. And so trying to get back to the basics of remembering, like instead of getting into all the crazy fancy dilly-dallies, like getting back to the basics of what grows a strong network marketing company business. Then week 3 was last week where we did the diamond panel, where we kind of listened to other women who shared how they use in-person events to grow their business. And then we came back as a team to our own private, cozy little cub thread chat thing. And we talked through what we heard. We talked through some of the ideas that we got, maybe some of the hesitations that we had. And honestly, we kind of like hugged each other and cried and said, okay, let's keep this simple. Let's go back to the foundational basics. If you can do it, you can do it. Just remember, we're talking to people. And then, so those have been kind of the calls that we've been doing. Then we've also been implementing more just like guidance and action, which I have felt like has been fun. So if you remember about a week and a half ago, we did bingo where there were just those squares just to kind of give some guidance on getting those cobwebs out and getting back into action. Then last week we did the What I Did Today challenge. That was super fun just to kind of document and just kind of record. Everything good? Oh no, I'm good. Thank you. Kind of record what we actually are doing. Like the work that we're actually doing. I love those challenges because again, I talk about like food diaries all the time of how you might think that you're like eating really healthy, but then when you actually start to document it, you realize, oh, I had one too many Tootsie Rolls today, or I thought I had enough protein, but actually it was more carbs. Like you're able to like really reflect on the reality. And I think that with the What I Did Today, it really helps kind of like uh weed out what is going to help you grow your business and what's just fluff. So we did that last week. And then this week we just started today. Again, these are all supposed to help like funnel us into activity, and it's supposed to be guided so that way you don't go to your computer and feel overwhelmed in an already very overwhelming month, right? May and August, it's always so overwhelming. So this week the challenge is on learn, show up, and connect. And if you haven't looked at our Rising Jewels team page yet, it's super simple, so simple. You're going in, you're getting little note cards, or if you don't want to do note cards, do it on something that you're going to be able to keep. And you're just writing down 2 of our products each day, and then you're writing 3 little bullet points about them, something that you're learning about them. Even if it's something that you already know, like I did the hunger control slim today, and I knew that it helps balance our blood sugar. Well, I still wrote that down because the point of what we're doing is going back to last week's call, the diamond panel that Alita Allen was talking about, how she just would do those little cards and have 3 bullet points. And whenever she would go and do an in-person event, she would kind of gauge the room, kind of connect with the people that were there to see maybe what their health needs were, and then she could go and be like, okay, I want to talk about this one, this one, this one. Okay, I've got that information there. Super easy. So that's what we're doing for learning this week. It's going to give you more confidence, and I hope that's going to give you more belief of like, oh, I don't think I realized that the Slim also helps with blood pressure and cardiac health. Like that's amazing. I didn't even know that. So hopefully that's giving you some belief and some confidence and some direction as you are here building your business, helping people on these products. The second part is to show up, and that's you just showing up online. Now, of course, I'm going to have like little different guidance every day. But ultimately, you're showing up online, whether that's in your stories, whether that's posting. And not every day is going to be Plexus. We do not want to be an infomercial. We want to grow our network. We want to build that trust. And then we want to have clarity on what people come to our page for. Like they know that they can come to our page because they have a problem that we can hopefully help them solve. So that's the show up social media portion. And then the last portion is connect. That one is wonderful. That one is like us just seeing people. It's spending today we spend 10 minutes just connecting with people. So those three action challenges that we've done paired with the past 3 weeks of calls kind of are leading us to where we are today. Next week, starting Tuesday, is the start of the Disney World contest. Now, I'm just going to assume that that is like, okay, this is exciting, but also, oh, cuss words. Oh gosh, like it's starting, right? Here's what I'm doing because I'm going to tell you in the past, I have had full confidence. Oh, I'm going to earn this. I'm going to earn this because every leaders retreat, I was sweeping it. Last year, I did not earn Leaders Retreat. So I want you guys to know, and that was the first time I hadn't ever earned Leaders Retreat. So I want you guys to know that I'm sitting here with you guys, not with like, oh yeah, I'm going to earn it. It's okay, I need to get strategic here. I need to figure out what this is going to look like. I need to be prioritizing these important parts of my business because I really want to earn this for my girls. I really do. How many of you guys, like, honestly, like, raise your hand if you are like, I really, really want to earn this. Okay. Oh, she's got a vision board. So it's like, we really want this. We can really want Disney. We can really want Jewel, but we've got to actually put in the work. And if we can go back to remembering 2 weeks ago, the foundational basic, that's going to help steady us, calm us down, and just eyes forward. So this is what I am planning on doing. Nothing fancy here, nothing fancy at all. What I am planning on doing is I'm having my blinders on. So what that means, blinders on paired with no comparison. What that means for me is I'm going to be super disciplined on social media. Kim Million, what happens when you get on social media before you start to do some work? You had said it just the other day. What happens when you start scrolling on social media?
Oh, I just get, yeah, before I know it, an hour has gone by. So, but this week I have not even gotten on my phone bef for before noon. Literally for me, because, and it's made my morning just go so much better. Not even work-wise, because a lot of times I don't sit down to work until afternoon, but just not having my phone on or with me, I just leave it by my bed. And I think I'm on day 4 of that. And
Yeah.
it's so good.
Well, and one thing you said last week on my Zoom that I did in Rising Jewels is you said it kills your creativity. So something, and I put this in our in the Rising Jewels live that I posted, but it's really easy. We're on our phones doing our business. We're on social media doing our business. It's really easy to be like just naturally like muscle memory, like going and checking. But what that's doing is actually like whatever, brain wise, like it is affecting your performance. It's affecting your creativity. Kim, like you said, it is wasting your time. It's actually like paralyzing your brain. So you can't get into the game and perform well once you are sitting here looking. So what I'm doing is I'm really focusing on blinders on, no comparison. I'm not going to be looking at leaderboards. So sorry, like if you're on there, shout yourself out. But for me, I know for me, that kind of hurts me of like, oh gosh, all these people have gotten it. All these people are here and I'm here. Like that distracts me from what I'm doing. So I'm not going to look at leaderboards. I'm going to do a really good job on being disciplined on social media. I don't know if you guys know this, but I basically have, and I love Plexus people. I've basically unfollowed almost every single Plexus leader because I don't want to get in my head and start comparing. And I just am blinders on and I'm connecting with people. I'm showing up, doing the things that I know to do. And then the other thing I'm doing is I'm just carving out consistent daily time to get my work done. You can get your Plexus work done in and I might say this number and you might be like, "Oh my gosh, I don't have that." But you can get quality work done in 30 to 90 minutes a day. Truly, you truly can. If you can be so disciplined on not scrolling, on sitting down and knowing what your action is going to be. So go utilize the learn, share, or show up and connect. Like you can let that be your income producing activity. So, anyways, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to just be prioritizing, blinders on, linking arms with you guys. We're going to be cheering for each other and we're just going to be working. We're not going to get in our heads. We're just going to show up and work like we know how to work. That's what I'm doing. Nothing fancy. Okay. I will say too, um, the last thing I want, and I know some of you on here can attest to this because some of you on here have done this and it doesn't feel fun. When there's a big trip like this, you haven't worked in a long time, but you see this trip and you really want it, and you go all in, and you get so burned out after 4 months that it takes you another like 8 months to recover for the next leaders retreat. I don't want that because I can look back over my decade of being here and I can count so many people who had amazing potential. They saw a cruise. They saw, a trip to Dominican Republic. They saw whatever, Disney World, and they went all in for just a minute. And it was all about, I want this, I want this, I want this, which is great to have goals. But when it's all about like, hey, I'm looking to earn a trip. I want this. I'm doing this versus like, I'm here to help people. Like, I have this goal. I want to earn this for my family. The way I'm going to do it is by serving other people. And I just have seen far too many people come into this business wanting something for themselves and then they get burned out and then they just drop off. And I don't want that for us. I want Disney to be one of the gifts that this team earns. But when we're done with Disney, we're even stronger of a foundational team. Like your individual business is even stronger. It's like on rock, it's not on sand. And that's really, really what I want, which is why I'm really hoping we can get into some good content building tonight and some brain mindset stuff. So, before we get into anything else, um, we're going to, our focus tonight is going to be belief before behavior. Because I know so many of us show up as of even like the past 2 years, right? Like, how many of us have shown up to our business and we might be really doubting the products because you've had a couple of customers quit, or maybe you've gained some weight yourself, or maybe you're doubting yourself because the last two people that have said they want to start this business just totally disappeared. Or maybe you are doubting the opportunity. Like, is this even like a liable? Is that the word liable? Is that the word I'm looking for? Like, is that what is it?
Legitimate.
Viable. Thank you. Legit and viable. Thank you. See, I'm always off by like one freaking letter. Is this like a viable business still? Like, is this something that I can put my name on, but we're still showing up because we still love the products for ourselves. And when we get our products paid for and we have built this baby up, but we might have some problems with our belief, and that is affecting our behavior. That's affecting the way that we show up Thank you, Sarah Jo. I love you very much. So here is what we're going to do. Exercise one. And I want you guys to type this if you're able on your computer because you're going to be copying and pasting it in a moment on chat. Is that something you guys all can do? Brooke, are you on your phone? Like, are you able?
Yes, but I can do both. I mean,
Okay. I just want
yeah.
it to where you guys can easily copy and paste into chat. So what I want us to do for the next like 4 to 5 minutes is we're gonna turn the sound off and I want you guys to just do a deep dive here of how Plexus has helped your circle. How, like, get specific, how Plexus has helped you, how it has helped your mom, how it has helped your customers, how it's helped your sidelines, how it's helped your uplines. I want you to just get like peel back all the layers and just be really, really thinking and just type them all out. We're going to spend about 4 minutes, okay? Ready, go. Okay, time's up. Are you guys still going? That's awesome. Some are saying yes, some are saying no. Okay. Um, so I put mine in the chat. I would love for you guys to copy and put yours in the chat too, but I'll actually just read mine really fast. Chris no longer has sinus infections like he used to get every year, multiple times a year. My mom, who is an insomniac for 30 years, is now sleeping deep almost every single night without medication. My sister's A1C levels were pre-diabetic and now they are in the normal range. My sister also had lifelong acne, and once she started getting her gut right, she goes without wearing makeup. I've lost weight, go to the bathroom every single day, and don't deal with the bloating, gas, constipation I used to deal with. I sleep so incredibly deep every night. My mom loves ease and says it helps her with her pains, inflammation, and arthritis tremendously. One of my customers is no longer laying on the ground in the bathroom with stomach pains. This business has changed every single thing for my family financially. Unbelievable 180 from where we were before Plexus. Andra losing 25 pounds since February. Hannah getting a ton of money out of debt and building her dream home. Kara paying off her PT school loans and being able to move her family to Cyprus for ministry. 10 years of phenomenal community, lessons learned, leadership built. Bought our dream home in our dream neighborhood. Chris has been able to stay home with our family since 2021. Pursuing his dream job, Michaela no longer has yeast infections. It helped Angela with her lifelong debilitating anxiety. And that was just like in a matter of 5 minutes, just thinking through in my history of like how this has helped people. That encourages me. I want to hear from a few of you guys and just go through it fast like I did. Brooke, you want to go?
Sure. Some of my clients have said no more stomach cramps. There's been weight loss, inflammation decreased, hydration increased, better sleep. For me, income revenue, even though it's just small now, I see big, big things that could happen. It allows me to dream of something more and also growing as a leader. I love how this team of leaders, like, I want to lean in to how you guys are leading, kind of like a lead with purpose. I love this because it allows people to look at you and see that and want to follow that instead of having to micromanage.
So good. Everybody else, drop yours in the chat if you feel comfortable with it, and I'd love for a few of you to share. Patty, that's beautiful. Ooh, Kim, hit it up, girl. Let's hear it real quick.
I wanted to share really quickly because Jenna and Emily told me this morning that Jenna sent her a letter last week, and she didn't even tell me. I guess she found your address somehow in one of the things that you had sent us. So Jenna writes Emily a letter. She didn't tell me she was doing it. So Emily told me this morning, and she got your letter today. And so we wrote it, and I just was like, Jenna, I've always thought, these are my friends and Jenna's along, coming along, but I've realized, no, these are friendships for Jenna, and that's a big deal. She doesn't have a large community. So for her, Plexus is like, it's her jam. And she loves it, and she loves you guys beyond what you even know. So
I love that. Okay, well, Kim, you have a ton. This is amazing. Holly, that's okay, Holly. Sarah, you guys, these are great. Thank you so much. So I know that there are more of you that haven't added yours in here. You might be thinking through it. Um, but I want us just to like look at the evidence in this room. I mean, just look at this chat that just Kim alone wrote. Like, it looks like I'm reading a Webster's dictionary right now. Like, so much is in there that she has seen with herself or with her customers, her loved ones. That's amazing. So, like, I want us to just kind of wrap our head around the evidence that we're seeing here. When you have really high belief, whether it's in the products, whether it's in yourself, or whether it's in this business, I'd like for you to share when you have high belief, what does your behavior look like? What are you feeling? What does your business look like? Unmute.
Feel like that's when it naturally comes out. Like you naturally talk about it in conversations, you naturally mention it. Like the more confident you are, the more you have that belief. It's so natural because why wouldn't you tell somebody, about something that's helping you and your family? And so I just feel like it makes it even more natural when you have that belief.
I love that, Liz. So she said confidence, excitement, and fun. And Sarah's talking about just it naturally comes out. It's just authentic because you want to help people because you know that it can. Anybody else? How are you showing up to your business when your belief is really high?
Excited with energy.
It becomes a priority. Like I
Mhm.
remember weekends, I would take weekends off. And I mean, I'm still this way now. For a moment I wasn't, but I'm getting back to it. But I remember like coming back on Mondays and be like, "Yes, here we go. I've missed my girls. I've missed doing this." Like I was pumped. And again, there was a little blip the past year that it was maybe not that way, but I'm feeling that come back again. And so that's true. Like that belief is so important. But I would say over the years, I think that some of us have had some belief chipped away. Let's talk through that. What are some of the things that cause you to maybe question or to kind of doubt or to hurt that belief? Kanya's smiling, so does that mean she's going first? Okay, I'm not putting Kanye on the spot. When your belief has been chipped away, what do you think the cause of that is? Like why is that? And then how are you showing up to your business in that manner?
Well, since everybody's being quiet, I felt a lot like, um, I don't know, in the last couple years or whatever, like it's everybody but me. Like this is doable for everybody but me. So like that's the kind of belief. And as I looked back and I analyzed it, and I like kind of got out of that mental space, and it was a comparison game, really, like everybody but me. Well, that was just because I didn't add somebody that month, or because I was in a season of life and family and stuff. And so I wasn't doing as much of the work as I had been doing. And so I think that sometimes we get into these funks and really it's action cures it, but sometimes in that moment that's hard. And so it chips away at your belief that you are able to, at least for me, that's my biggest challenge, is that I can do this, that this is something that like it's not just for this magical unicorn of Emily, but like all of us can get there. And like, well, that's for everybody but me. Being able to actually go, no, that's a lie. And so that belief in not I don't have like I don't struggle with belief in the products or belief in this like the the business or anything, that it's me. Like me doing it, and me doing it is me being consistent and blinders on, not paying attention to what other people are doing, or that my journey is slower than their journey or different than their journey, because it is what it is. Um and being able to just really put those blinders on and focus in and stay consistent in spite of not adding six this month, or in spite of having a dry spell, because the connections you make during that time matter. Sorry, I got off on a tangent there, but like the belief in self can be really difficult for me off and on.
Thank you for sharing that. And Holly is echoing what you said. What else, you guys? What affects your belief? What has chipped away your belief some?
I think mine's the same along the lines with you, Emily, when I see everybody else ranking and winning things. And not that I've never done that, but it just, if I'm in a season where it's just really like I've had a rough year too with my mom. And so I think when I need to go in and not unfollow like a bunch of people, not that I don't like them or think they have great stuff. It's just it puts you in a comparison mode when you're looking at people who are doing the same thing. And it also gets me out of the mode of like, what are my giftings instead of looking at what someone else is really good at. And I think that's where it kills your creativity because you're looking at someone else and thinking, well, this is working for them, so I need to change rather than no, stay in my lane. What am I gifted with? And so that's where I really struggle, is when I start comparing and thinking that kind of like Sarah too, thinking that, well, maybe I'm just not cut out for this. But
I'll say the first time I did this, what was that, 9 or 10, maybe 11 years ago, it was support. When I did not have that support, I had to let it go, and I had, I don't know, 3 to 5 customers, kind of where I am now. But now that I have support, I have momentum and those kind of things. But all that to say, kind of echoing you guys of being convicted of being on my phone too much and not having that creativity and wanting to do what someone else is doing. Um, so just staying within what I am wanting to do, what God is leading me to do. And so I think what I've really been thinking about lately is I want to do X, Y, and Z. I love the way that Lacey and Emily do life, and then they kind of bring Plexus in on their stories. And I'm trying to figure out, how do I do this? How do I do this? And all I'm doing is making myself feel like, oh, I can't get it to that point. Whereas God's going, Brooke, you have an audience. I've made you and created you in a certain way. You just need to do what I've asked you to do. And so when I step back, I can calm down my nerves, my anxiety from that, and just post when I need to post. If that's one reel a day, if that's a little bit in a story. And so that's helped me to reel in the anxiety part of staying on top of it and keeping momentum going.
I
And I
think you're
think,
really good at that. I think you're already really good at that.
but I
Um,
mean, oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Jim. Nope, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say to Brooke, she has had this summer. Hi, sweet girl. Hi, Harper. She has had this summer some really big, hi, Sadie. She's had some really big, reels, and I think that that also hurts us because then we start to think, oh gosh, like I mean, I made a reel this morning and I think there are 130 views. I'm like, oh, that was not great. But like it's easy for us to just kind of get caught up in that vanity metric. And so, Brooke, I think that as fun as it is that you had a couple really great reels, that's actually probably hurting you and getting into your head. So I would say too, well, okay, go ahead, Lacey. You go ahead to your next.
I was just gonna say, like, one thing that has chipped away at my belief is like when people quit and just realizing though that like it's sometimes just life seasons for them, or it just isn't something that they can't prioritize, whatever. Or they're like giving up too soon, I think is what a lot of people end up doing. And so yeah, I think they just give up too soon. But
Well, and as I was thinking through it, because my belief has really been hurting. I'm sorry to tell you guys that, but my belief has been hurting for a few years. And when I was reflecting, what was it? It was what Lacey was saying of so many people quitting, whether it was customers or business builders, with the addition of my body changing, which I'm sure those all like went hand in hand, like my age and then stress and overwhelm. And then that created like waking up one morning and I was like 20 pounds heavier and then thinking like, well, how can I sit here and share about plexus because I'm heavier than I've been in a really long time? And like just confusion. Like it just was in my head. But when you step back and you look at all of these things that we're saying here, whether it is my body changing or your body changing, like our bodies are going to change. Like when you go back and look at I know, dang it, but when you go back and look at our pictures from 30 years ago when we thought we were really heavy, we're like, dang, I would pay a lot of money to look like that again. But it's like, that's just what happens. Like our bodies are starting to change, but that doesn't mean that the products aren't working. It might just be maybe our hormones changing a little, right? If you've got customers who are coming and going, the fact of the matter is that is life. The fact of the matter is that the majority of customers, I'm not looking at the chat because I see Kanya smiling, and so I'm not getting distracted. But when you look at the before and afters, you have customers that say, oh, like I see this girl with her before and afters. I want that. And so they're going to maybe do it for a couple weeks, maybe do it for a month or two. But it's so easy for people to not be consistent and then they quit because they didn't see results. But then we let that become evidence of, oh, the products don't work for people. Or the business. People come in and you all know, like when you come in and it's the beginning and you're sharing your story and you're sharing with your warm market and it's the first time that they've ever seen you sharing about this, there can be a lot of excitement and growth. And then when those customers come to you and say, Emily, I have pooped 10 times in the middle of the night and I have to go to the hospital because my butthole is bleeding. That happened to one of my customers. Then you start to think like, like all these people are quitting, all these brand ambassadors are quitting, but it's like, that's not evidence that this doesn't work. It's evidence that it is hard work and we don't know what's happening there, but we can keep our head down. So like, Sarah, you guys stop laughing. I am about to hide. I can't even look at my chat because you guys are distracting me. Okay, I need to look at it. No, I don't. That's a distraction. Sarah turned off her camera because she's laughing so hard right now. I don't even know. See, I told you. Okay, focus. Focus. For those of you that said that your belief has been chipped away because of you and your belief in yourself, I'm going to encourage you, like Sarah said, put your blinders on. Stop looking side to side. You have no idea what people are going through. You have no idea what people are sacrificing or what people are doing. We all have different lives. You just do the next right thing. Blinders on, one step and one foot in front of the other. So, that being said, your belief, it can either like draw people in or your lack of belief can kind of push people away. And so with our belief creates energy or it could create some insecurity. And so I just really want to charge every single one of you to just really be mindful of, is this truth, what I'm telling myself, or is there evidence that what I have to share is actually really helping people? And if we can scroll up into this chat, in just a few minutes, we saw how these products have helped so many people. So there's evidence that what we have is helpful and it's serving other people. It's not fact that our products don't work or that we're not good leaders or it's us. That's not fact. So here is our chat prompt that we're going to work on right now. So this one's more for like social media, and I am going to put it into the chat here so you guys can copy it and paste it. But basically what I want you to do is I want you to copy this prompt, put it into your chat GPT, and then I want you to copy your list of the wins from you, your customers, like what we just put in the chat. So put this prompt along with your list of wins from Plexus and see what pulls up. So the chat prompt says, how can I share these stories of massive inspiration on social media in a way that isn't noise, salesy, or easy to scroll past? I want to give strong first line hooks and inspire people to ask questions and reach out as they may relate to stories that I've shared. And then you add that list. And then I want us to spend about 10 minutes combing through this, because if yours is anything like mine, like the more that you can put on there, the better. Because what I saw when I pulled up my chat prompt, it was like giving me ideas of like, okay, this is how you might word your hook line with this, but you really think about this. Or with Brooke and her weight loss, that's great, but think about this for her hook. So it's been very helpful. So we'll spend about 10 minutes combing through that. Let me know if you have any questions, and let me pull that up really quick. Sorry. Where in the world did it go? Okay. All right, ready, go. Well, and just so you guys know too, like after you come through it, start doing a post. Like you can start working on some post. That's what I'm doing right now as well.
I don't know if I can jump in or not, but like just after reading some of mine, there's a couple of confirmations. My sister was also saying, Brooke, you're kind of your two audiences right now is like teacher and then kids. Because I've done some stuff about Harper and the X Factor and those kind of things for kids. But this is also saying that make it a personal story, and so that's where I've been blocked just personally, like my own fears. And so I think Kim and I were kind of chatting back and forth too of like, just talk to the camera, just get to that point. And so I'm coming down off of high intensity and I'm calming down to where I can then think about what I want to say talking to the camera. So I like that these things are affirming what others are saying.
I love that, Brooke. Okay, let's put a quick pause in this. I really want us to keep going at this speed and this energy because I think we're on to something, but I do want us to have a few more little things to talk through. I want to give a quick like asterisk Chris is a writer. My husband is a writer. And so he's been doing just a lot of research on AI. And I want to just very quickly give just a heads up. Like he's been saying to me, how did he word it? That people value you being a bad writer. They value that way more. Like you being a bad writer than you being polished and sounding like AI. And so as I've been, writing my posts, I will go to ChatGPT to have it give me some ideas. But what I have found is that the posts that I make that are like the most well received are ones that I don't even touch AI with. But there are some AI indicators, and I would love for you guys to share too. Like, I'm sure you guys can see a different post and be like, oh, I know that chat wrote that. Like, you can just see it. And so, just a few things that Chris was telling me. M dashes, I guess those are really big indicators that AI wrote it, just like the one single dash. So that's a big AI indicator. The word honestly, I'm telling Chat all the time, stop using the word honestly when you're giving me ideas because that just screams AI. Rhetorical questions in your post, again, that screams AI. Chris was saying that a lot of times AI will do like, it's not about blank. Like, it's not about building a biz. It's about changing your family. Like, just kind of like, bleh, like that doesn't sound like you. And so I just want to caution us because I know we all have a heart of like, we want to be real. We want to be authentic. And I just want to caution us that those are a few things that scream, oh, this wasn't written by you. This is actually written by AI. And that makes it easy to scroll. So if you guys have any other things, put it in the chat of things that make it sound like that was AI. Okay, I have one final chat prompt that I'm going to put into the chat for you guys to play around with later after we get off the call, tomorrow, later this week. I think it's really good because what we did this first prompt that I just gave you, that's really focusing on social media. This one that I'm going to give you here, it's going to take what you guys wrote with your wins that you shared in chat, but it's going to help you with like your mindset and helping give some direction on like what's the one thing I should be doing. And in here it talks about Disney. So I'm going to put that on here. Um, Okay, I really like this, and I would really love for you guys. I'll put it in Gold Diggers too, but I'd really love for you guys. Don't read it right now because it is long, but I'd really like for you guys to plug this in, and then over the next few days, you guys can share maybe in Gold Diggers like something that stood out to you or the one thing that it guided you to do, because I think this is a really, really good prompt. And the last thing before we kind of close up, so that way we can finish up our social media stuff, is what as a team, and remember, I'm not talking V formation where one person is leading it. I'm talking as a team, like we're moving forward together. What is, as a team, can we do that you think will help you get into a sustainable daily rhythm with your actions, feeling in alignment with us? Like what is something as a team that maybe we could do that will help you with that? In the past, we've done accountability group every Monday night. In the past, we've done power hours. We're meeting Monday nights, which this fuels me. I love this, but also then you have 6 more days where it's like you're not really talking and it's just me and gold diggers, and that makes me feel really self-conscious. So, what are some things that you think could help us to just charge this over the next couple of months as we're building a firmer foundation?
I like the thought of power hours just because I know that it's focused work time and I get so much more done
Yeah.
when we're all on the screen, but we're not talking.
Yeah, I love that. Anybody else like the power hours? Is that helpful?
That's what I was going to say is I think a power hour would help me. However, little miss over here might get in the way, but she's fine. I think that would just help me stay focused and stop the scrolling and focus on making reels or stories or something. So,
Hmm. Hmm.
I think that I know that sometimes power hours are usually during the day, and so like I can't ever really necessarily hop on if they're during the day because of teaching. Um, But if we do sporadically, just anytime somebody's working, maybe, even if it's like, so like Emily, that also takes the pressure off you leading it, but
Yeah.
like maybe put it in Gold Diggers. I've got to save it or something so I have it. And just everybody, like if you're working, jump on. And that way we can all just, it might just be different people on it at some
Yeah.
point. I really did like the bingos too. And the reason I really liked the bingo board is because it's stuff that like it's not going to derail me from what I'm doing that day. It's I'm able to go like, oh, well, I'm already doing this one, and I'm already doing this one, and I'm already doing this one.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really helpful in a challenge. I liked
Yeah.
today also because it was concise. So it wasn't like, okay, you got to scrap what you're doing today or what your mental plan is for today. Like today's was really great. Study to look up two things. Well, I need to be doing that anyways. That's
Yeah.
fast, quick, and easy.
Yeah.
Connecting, super easy. Posting, I need to do that anyways. And so the tasks, you can make those work no matter kind of what your game plan is because all of us should be trying to post, do something towards learning. And, like they were easily fit into what my game
Yeah.
plan was for those
Yeah.
days.
Yeah. Hmm. That's good. Please make sure you guys do go to Rising Jewels and comment that you did do today's thing. So that way that kind of shows like, okay, I'm not the only one doing this. Like there's some momentum happening behind the scenes and people, I mean, we have almost 900 people in that Facebook group, you guys. Like that's a lot of people. And if they start to see this team is starting to move, there's going to be some FOMO because I know for me that was it. When I was trying to decide if I was going to do Plexus, knowing this train is going with or without me, and am I going to regret that I didn't jump on? Um, okay. Well, I do know there are a lot of people who live in Central Time Zone, which is an hour ahead of me. And so a lot of you guys do work full time. So, if you do get on the morning, if you wake up early and you do a morning work session, do please go to Gold Diggers and say, hey, jump on with me because it is so much more fun when we're able to do it together. All right, so please go to ChatGPT by tomorrow with that last prompt that I put in the thread and share in Gold Diggers what your one word is or your one action. I will say when I put mine in, it's because it's about Disney, like how, and I put in there, these are the stipulations that in the past you've gotten credit for with Leaders Retreat. So I assume it will be the same here. And it's said to me, like, you can be posting, and Brooke, I want you to hear this because of what you just said. It said you can be posting all the time, but until you're actually getting in conversations, you might just be posting for months and months until you start to like attract people who want to come and do this. But if you're able to have a meaningful conversation every day, that is going to catapult you and your business growth. So keep that in mind. All right, so I'm going to stay on for a few more minutes to try to wrap up my social media for today. Feel free to stay on with me, but I look forward to seeing you guys next Monday night. Thanks for being on. Love you guys.